I'm going to show you how to hardsub. So you want to embed the video in the video with the subtitles together. So the tool I'm using here is called MKV Toolnix. You'll want to add the video and then the subtitle, which is in AS format. You'll add it as a new source, which is this top selection here. You'll see that it's like they're the same priority. You can change this to language if you want. Just right here, this is in English. And then we're just gonna start multiplexing. So that is just the first step to embed the subtitles together with the video. You can see here if I play it. So you can see the subtitles are embedded. Okay. But we're going to upload it to make it streaming. So we will have to encode it. This will make it, so this version makes it, you can select it like off and on, and you can also rip the subtitles too. So if you go up to video or subtitles and then subtitle track, you'll see that there's a disable or a track 1 and it'll say English. I can't show it here because the window is chopped off, but you can check that. So to hard code it, so this is just a simple way to hard code. I use Handbrake, which is very simple to use. If you want to get fancy, then this is not it. Okay, so we'll open source. This is the file that we just created. So you'll open source, you'll load the file that you just created with the subtitle. If you go to summary, you can see here. So we want to keep it at, you can do MP4 or MKV, doesn't really matter. This is always selected, I think, to align the, like there's audio, video, blank frames to keep it aligned, okay? So the size, this is the resolution size. We're going to keep it the same. I use this modified version, this profile. So dimensions, we'll keep this as is, same aspect ratio, 16:9. Filters, I just leave this as the comb. Video. So this is the part where you adjust the bit rate. We'll want to encode this with H.264, and then the frame rate, you don't want to mess with this. If you do, the subtitles will get out of sync, so you would have to change the frame rate on the subtitles too. So usually I just leave it the same as the source. We'll want this constant frame rate. And then for the quality, we want an average bit rate of 3000. So most stream sites, it's around this range here. Sites like TVer is a little bit lower, like Telasa and Abema and Fuji On Demand, they tend to be higher than this amount. So the quality is a lot better. So this is like a happy bitrate, I think. So I'll do multi-pass encoding, which means first it'll analyze it, and then it'll encode it in the second round. So I'll do turbo analysis pass. So this, you can see here that the first pass would be very fast. It's just quickly analyzing it. For these options here, I just leave it alone. Main level is 4.0. Audio, you can keep it as is. It's already a good bit rate, and we don't need to mess with that. Subtitles. So this is where your subtitles will show up. So it'll show up under this English SSA. So that's substation alpha or AS format, ADI sub format. So we'll click that, and then we'll have it burned in, which means the subtitles will be embedded on the video. You can't select it, you can't turn it off, and you can't rip the subtitles from it. So that's what this means. So we'll leave it as this. Here's you can save it as whatever you can name it. Cancel, and then just start it. So you can see here, it'll tell you a time. So it's processing like 100 frames per second at this point, and it'll give you an ETA. So it's about 5 minutes for the first pass. Once it's done, it'll just automatically go to the second pass, and then it'll probably take around maybe 10 minutes or so. But of course, this depends on how fast your processor is, and your RAM, your memory. So after this, I'll let this run for a bit, and then I'll come back. Re-encoding of the file, the hardsub, is done. I already closed it out, but it is done. So let me play, let me play the hardsub version that I created, so you can see it's the same resolution. And this is, and if I went to, I'm playing this in VLC Media Player. If you go into the subtitles and do the drop down, you won't see a subtitle track, so you can't select it. So then that's how you know that, okay, it's hardsub. So you can see like the fonts are loaded, the effects are, they're playing fine. So you just want to play through this a little bit. And you can see it's .mp4. And then let's check the stats. So I use this app called Media Info. It's like 99 cents, but it's very helpful. I'll drag this in, and just to show you, here's the file size. So it's 529 megabytes. Here's the frame rate. This was encoded today with Handbrake. Let's see what else is here. So here's the bit rate. We chose 3000. It's a little bit higher, but that's fine. Here's the resolution. It's the aspect ratio 16:9. This is the frame rate. You can see here's what we used. The codec we used is .264. And here's the audio. So the audio is fine. So usually when you're selecting this, you'll see that there's this is this this is hard subbed, right? So there would be another area down here. If it was not hard subbed, soft sub, you'll see another area here for the soft subs. So it'll show the video, it'll show the audio information, but I just wanted to show you. Here is I hate this trackpad. Okay, let me drag this again. So this is the original MKV that I had this with the subtitles. So you can see here there's some attachment, which is this is the font that's attached to the subtitle file. And the bitrate here is around 4,000. You can see 4,000 here. So everything else is the same. You can see here, here's the audio. So this is not right. It's not English. You can change that in MKV Toolnex instead. And then here's the text. So this is the subtitles essentially. It's in AS format, Advanced Substation Alpha. This is like other information about it that we don't really care about that. And here's the language, which is English, which is what we selected in MKV Toolnex. So yeah, so that's just a basic way of hard subbing something without messing around with too many settings and whatnot. Yeah, so now it's time to upload this.